Simmers, welcome to my channel. I go by Rissa Sims. I make Sims 4 content and tutorials and videos to help you all. Today I'm going to be talking about the must-have mods you need in The Sims to make it more realistic. I also threw in some overrides that I feel like will help your game look more aesthetic as well. I gain a lot of my inspiration from Ashley Plays, and one of my new favorite Simmers has been Day. Now that I'm done yapping, let's get on with the video. The first mod I'm going to touch on is Cookbook by Somic and Savrinka. Once I start posting more, you guys will see this in all of my households. I honestly cannot live without it. It's one of my favorite mods. I love how they still add to their Patreon, and I honestly recommend subscribing to them if you want more realistic food in your Sims game. They recently uploaded fried chicken the other day, so I downloaded it, and honestly it looks so cool in game. The next mod is going to be the eating at the table animation override by Simkatu. This to me just adds so much more realism in my game as well. I used to hate how messy and sloppy they would be eating at the table, and now they're so much more regulated and composed. This just makes taking screenshots and just family gatherings just so much more easier. The next mod is Law and Disorder by Lumpenow. This mod just came out literally. I paid for an early access because I just wanted to try it out and see what it would do. So far, my favorite thing about this is that your sim can commit public misbehaviors and Sims can call the police on them and they can actually go to jail. I actually didn't know that you had to apply for special permission to adopt, which I thought was a really cool detail to add as well. Now I'm just showing you guys the cheat menu and just things that you can add to your Sims if you don't want to give them, if you want to maybe give them misbehaviors beforehand for storytelling. Another thing I love about this mod also is that once you get arrested, you instantly get fired from your job. But after you get released from jail, I would love if Lumpenow maybe could make it so they can't have certain jobs that are high, maybe they can't have the politician career. I don't know if they can do that in a mod, but if that could happen, that'd be so cool. So now I'm just gonna show you how it works really quick. So I chose, our favorite person, Roy D. Dillon, to choose to do these misbehaviors on. And since my gang sim is a kleptomaniac, I feel like it's only right for him to swipe his simoleons. So there is a 50-50 chance that your sim is going to get caught by the person that they're stealing from or committing these misbehaviors from. And then there's also a 50-50 chance that the person around them that saw the misbehavior could report it or not. For example, one of my Sims had a girlfriend and he committed a misbehavior on a random guy in public with her, and she ended up calling the police on him, and he felt misbetrayed. I mean, that wasn't part of the mod, but I made him feel misbetrayed, and then he broke up with her as part of a storyline, But I also love the animation on they do when they're waiting for the police, and I love the animation when they're caught. It just gives the game so much more screenshots, and I just think it adds so much more gameplay. Another mod that I would love to shine light on is the Timelines mod by Ellie Sims World. This mod is so tiny, but at the same time, it does great things in your game. I just love how now I can make Sims be 15, 17, 16, also with the preteen mod. It just makes everything just more realistic for me. And for adults, you can get early adulthood and late adulthood, which I feel also adds so much more realism. You can also use this mod for teenagers, such as being 16, throwing a sweet 16, and then you could see it underneath their traits how old they are. The next mod is the tennis net and ping pong paddle override by Veroshi. And my sim is also playing against one of her friends on a lot that I downloaded in San Sequoia, and I just have a few deco sims that I got that I will make a video about because I love my deco sims, my animated deco sims anyway. Then the next mod is going to be Nap with Baby in Bed by Simkatu as well. I basically have all of Simkatu's overrides, I'm not gonna lie. The next thing you're gonna need is Lumpanova TV by Arnie. And you're also gonna need Simflix by Buns and Anna Sims, because that gives you just like such cool movie options. They have The Vampire Diaries played by Sims, and it just looks so amazing on screen. The next one is Talk Show Channel Override by Ashley Plays. The set goes crazy and I love seeing Whoopi Goldberg on my screen. The next mod is Passionate Gifts by Utopia. I love that you can pick over a lot of selections on what gifts you want to give your significant other. And the fact that each gift has a custom animation just makes the mod so much more immersive. And another thing I love about this mod is the fact that you can take so many cute screenshots from this whole interaction. The next mod is the Whitewood Bassinet Override by A Winged Llama and Newborn Skin Overlay by The Sims 3 Melancholy. These are just two simple overrides in game that just make your babies look more realistic. If you don't know, Basemental is one of the best mods you can have for your Sims game if you want drug dealers, if you want your teens to be dealing homework instead of drugs, they can do that. Maybe you want your sim to have a good household and then the teen sim is a druggie and his family can buy like a drug test and test him and they can have reactions, so it just gives you a whole bunch of more things to do in the game. Currently, I have my biker gang kind of like making an underground like cannabis thing, and they're gonna like start selling stuff so they can make money. Then I have them living in this like abandoned gas station that I downloaded it off the gallery and then I deleted the stuff and built a basement, and then I also kind of like makeshift the upstairs to make it more like rusty and dirty with some custom content. In my Forever Save, a lot of my families don't have high incomes that live in like a low income neighborhood, so my Sims aren't rich, so I really want to show that in a lot of my builds. The last mod is Reading While Infants Nap on Lap by Simkatu. I also love this mod so much because your Sims can actually read a book and gain skill while they're holding their infant or toddler, which I think is so important in game and for pictures, of course.
Ooh, Anji.
Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.